Chapter 3. Let's get into it. Let's have a look. That's the button I want. So, Iron Axe. Has anybody... No, they've not got anything they can throw, I think. Step 1. Move her up here. So... Bird Bones, I hope there's some voice acting. I'm trying to work out if we can just get them to kind of, like, come to us a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of this map where we can kind of forego it. I mean, we can also, you know, send the most broken unit in the game in to do everything. And
I'm curious, by the way, that chest has not been opened, has it?
No,
It kind of looks like it has been.
Oh, when they're open, like the lid is off. So let's move some stuff around and just move people about. So I was gonna say, how's your week been since between now and then? Because you've been up to something last night that was interesting.
Yeah, I was playing some Front Mission 3, and because I was playing Front Mission 3 and enjoying the heck out of it, I decided to stream it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, what did you think of Front Mission 3?
It looked like a lot of fun. I don't think I'll ever grow tired of the word Wanza.
Yes, Wanza is an excellent word.
Especially when you get enough people, you get a Wanza Bonanza. Have you got a thief in you, John? In a voice acting way?
Ah, another soul saw me. These bandits are easy picking. I guess I might as well start with these chests here.
Yep. So I might do us a little favor and see if that helps us out. So let's recruit our light-fingered friend, who's Colm. No relation to Colm Meaney, I imagine. Colm?
Naomi, what are you doing here? I told you to wait for me, didn't I?
I couldn't. It's too dangerous. Come on, let's go home.
We don't have a home, don't you get it? Look, just leave everything to me. I can take care of it in a flash, but I don't need a clumsy oaf like you tagging along. She said but.
Oh, she said but. I didn't hear the but.
But. Well, this is ridiculous. We'll talk later. Don't leave my side, Naomi.
All right.
I was thinking, with you doing Frontline Mission, my plan with this game...
It's called.
Yeah, it's totally called Frontline Mission, not just Front Mission. But on this, my plan is to do a Erica run, which is this young lady here, and a Ephraim run for when we get further into the game. And
I don't understand how that works. Can you just change at will then? Is that how that...
So there's a story point where you get to choose between the royal siblings, and the first time we'll do it, and we'll stream it all, we'll go through both sides, is we'll do Erica, and then we'll do Ephraim second.
Nope.
Nice.
Yeah. The great thing about Erica is the fact that she's just like a souped up version of the Mirrodin, the sword fighter class. So like
the Mirrodin. Yeah.
So they're very good at the old dodge.
Cool.
Right, let's get Franz up here.
Let's get... who's not good at dodges, by the way?
Who's that?
Characters in giant wanzers.
People with their huge wanzers.
Huge wanzers. They can't dodge, weirdly enough.
No.
It's kind of difficult.
I reckon you should do what I referred to as the Black Knight run, where you have to dismember all opposing wanzers.
I mean, you definitely can do that.
Nope.
So for anyone not knowing what we're talking about Front Mission 3, which is a Squaresoft game from the late 90s, and it's a tactical RPG not dissimilar to this in its mechanics, but very dissimilar in its setting, because its setting is very much that of 100 years into the future, where everyone is using giant mechs.
Yeah.
Called Wanzers.
Never gonna get tired of that word. Never ever. Never will
Wanzer!
Have you ever watched the film Anchorman, John?
Yes.
And you know when he goes whammy?
Oh, whammy.
Yeah. Champ Kind, I believe that character is called.
Yeah,
We need to edit his thing to be just you, like when you've randomly shouted the word Wanza, and it's like, you know...
To be
when
fair, though, doesn't he only say that when he's being, like, really, really sexist and predatory?
No, he says it's like, I key phrase, it's like such and such goes for the pitch and, oh, whammy!
As in Gene Tennis at the plate. Whammy!
Although there is a scene, I understand exactly the scene you're thinking of.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I hope it isn't just that, because otherwise you sort of like lending a bit of a weird connotation to Wanzas there that I don't appreciate.
I mean...
Wanzas is a clean enterprise. We appreciate all different types of people here.
Yeah, we appreciate all Wanzas. And also, you know, I liked how the game had a sort of pseudo Patlabor moment.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was good fun. I enjoyed playing it. I'm looking forward to playing more of it. There is like some good writing in there, some interesting plot elements, and there's some bad writing in there, it's just the right blend of stupid.
Yeah.
Where characters will get themselves into like really ridiculous situations for no good reason, other than hey, we need this to happen in the plot.
Guys,
so
we need the plot to move along. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also, as like a little point of conversation, I was in your neck of the woods yesterday as well. Before you were front missioning and having fun with your Wanza, I was in your your current town. Hometown is where I'm from, so, and enjoying very much.
These are words.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trace complete in the thing. Wanzas! And yeah, I went to Arcade Club, and I came across an array of fighting games which were very difficult to play due to the amount of working buttons they had.
Yeah, I've witnessed and experienced that myself. It's unfortunate, but
it's to be expected.
It's very popular, so unfortunately, people like go there, and they don't always appreciate the fact that hey, these are arcade machines. They should be protected. They belong in a museum.
These are national treasures that should be treasured.
They should be treasured, and most often they're not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Arcade Club is a great place. It's kind of weird that it's in Bury, where I live.
Yeah.
Because by all accounts, like, it doesn't really belong there. Like, for I don't know how it is in America and other places, but in the UK, the places where you found arcades most often was in seaside towns, really.
Yeah.
And in London, but I mean that everything's in London.
Are you ready for some voice acting?
Oh, let's do it. Yay me.
Oh, hi, Colin. How are you doing?
This is no time for pleasantries. You need to concentrate in battle.
I was just being polite.
I never thought I'd see you on the battlefield.
Well, I might not be the best, but when something needs to be done, I do it.
It's amazing how war affects people. I mean, look at you. You have pink hair. You're a bumbling crybaby, but you'll even pull yourself together temporarily. Dude, it's so passive-aggressive. Oh my god. When we were little, you followed me everywhere, tripping and crying.
Oh. Why are you always so mean?
Wah!
She's not dying, calm down. And now look at you. You're still following me everywhere, tripping and crying. But now you're doing it on the battlefield. Will you please stop your boo-hooing?
Okay, I'll try.
Man, you can't do anything without me, can you? And stop crying! What is it?
You're the one who's making me cry.
How come I get the feeling that part of that support conversation is just a family trip?
Yeah, it kind of feels like it should be taking place in the back of like a golf.
Car, yeah. Right. So can Franz kill this? So last week it took us 2 hours to get here. How long do you think it took me to get here? Hang on.
Like 20 minutes. Because you're not doing any cutscenes, you're not reading anything.
Yeah.
You're literally there to fight.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that dialogue. Who here can... Right. I think we're gonna
people on the internet, they sometimes search these terms on Google to make sure they understand what they are. DTF, down to fight. That's what you are, Gareth.
Yep, I'm down to fight. That's exactly it.
Yep.
No other connotation of that at all. Are
Nope.
we... Right, he should survive that. Can we...
He should survive. More famous last words have never been spoken.
Hashtag never punished.
Yeah, you got punished last week pretty hard.
I did, yeah.
Correctly.
No.
You died like twice, if I remember.
Right.
I like how you're exchanging people like they're goods, by the way.
How else would you change them? I'm just grateful that the AI is like, oh, we're going to attack your, like, dodgiest unit because A is a thief.
Nope.
Oh!
Nice. Okay, you're getting some RNG help here.
Yeah. That was a pretty... The animation for that was pretty swift with the way his dodge was. It's almost like he backhanded the axe at them. Like, you know, I don't even have to look at you to end your life. I'm just going to do it. Right. Can Ross...
Do a thing.
do a thing? He's not going to do enough of the thing to kill the guy.
Yeah, but he's gonna help him out though. Isn't it worth doing?
Well, that's a much more in our favour shooting someone in the face. Niemi's a little bit like Hans from my experience from Shining Force.
Oh yeah.
That's my experience, you know. Mileage may or may not vary. I
You
swapped
mean
to the...
she's effective early and then falls off really hard?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I'd considered doing as well was, like, do I attempt, like, an all-royal run or something like that? Because there's multiple royal characters that we get in this game.
I suppose, I mean, you could just, like, kill off the other characters, couldn't you, if you weren't going to use them?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to kill them off. Like, there's a lot of the speedrunners who basically just go off the, like, the minimum pick of 3 characters so that your turn order cycles much faster. Wait.
But it doesn't work like that, though, does it? Because, I mean, all the enemies will still get a turn.
Yes. But it also then favours, hopefully that's good. I was worried then I had left an archer in the way of a bow and arrow user. But I think we've killed the 2 archers on the map. Or the 1 archer. Not the Sterling archer.
Lana. Lana. What?
But yeah,
No.
going back quickly to Arcade Club, I came across a game that also has a name that I enjoyed when I discovered what the item was.
Okay.
And it's a fighting game called Dengeki Bunku, which is named after
Oh yeah, you did mention
the arcade. Yeah, I mentioned it in the Discord chat. Hang on, let's move them. It is a collaboration fighting game. So it's like, I think Dengeki Bunku is Animation Studio. It's the people who do Sword Art Online and a few other things.
That
And-
sounds right. I recognize the name. I can't tell you where from. I could find out though.
Franz being a young man that's murdering people and a level up. And yes, someone left the machine running, so I ended up having to play as Akira from Virtual Fighter. Which
Okay.
wasn't terrible, but also, like, slightly
Well, hang
weird.
on. Which version of Akira from Virtua Fighter, though? Because the only correct answer is from Virtua Fighter 1, where they're very polygon-y.
No, so all the art style is, like, hand-drawn 2D stuff. So a lot of the game is how would I describe it? It looks very much like if people in chat are into fighting games.
It's an anime fighter.
Yeah, it's an anime fighter. It's very much in an Arc Systems style.
Nope.
So if you like games like Blaze Blue.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
What's the other one that they did? Gran Versus or whatever it's called, Gran Blue, which is like some kind of MMORPG.
Yeah.
They did like the fighting game for that, where you sort of pick classes more than you pick other things.
Okay. So I'm just looking through the other Dengeki Bunku, which apparently is just they're a publishing arm for manga.
Ah.
And they have a lot of manga. There's hundreds.
But yeah, the arcade only had a video game featuring 14 characters, and there's 14 characters and 23 assists. So it's a little bit like Blaze Blue meets what's the game I want? Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like budgetary restraints, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's all beautifully animated as well.
Yeah.
So, the Cutthroat Hero has one of the hero stance that the enemies got, and we don't get one for a little while, has one of my favourite critical animations in the whole game, where they just throw the sword up into the air, do a somersault, catch the sword while it's in the air, and then just like flying slash them into oblivion.
Yeah, I mean, that's a realistic representation of battles back in the old days, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's why we play these games, is for the realism.
Yep. That's right. Everyone waits their turn, and you know, they'll do it in a nice,
orderly fashion,
fairly awful order. Yeah,
yeah.
Those are the words I'm looking for.
So let's.
So I should point out, by the way, Gareth, I think I also put in on the Discord that I'm playing Breath of Fire 3.
Yes, you'd commented that you were going to play one of my favorite old RPGs as well.
Yeah. So originally I was going to play Front Mission, but since like that's become a bit of a stream thing, I needed something else to play.
Something to keep it sweet for you on the side, eh?
Yeah, Breath of Fire 3 doesn't hold up that great.
How dare you?
Really
Take those
doesn't,
words
I'm sorry.
back! Take them all back!
I can't help it, I'm sorry. So,
right.
the story isn't great.
How far have you got?
We are pretty early on, so Ryu hasn't discovered his powers yet.
Yeah. So he's gone from being a whelp into a man with pants.
No, we're not there yet. We're still... I think it's like the second main mission. We just killed the new, and we are going into like this. Is it McNeil's mansion? I think that's what it's called.
Oh, so I like that mansion. It's where you've got to find the ghosts, isn't it?
I don't know. We haven't come across any ghosts yet. We had to beat a guard dog.
Oh, so you're literally just getting in.
And none of the guards on duty are like that bothered if you go past.
Yeah, all right.
They don't get paid enough. Which I do like, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Whoa, no touchy. No touchy. No touch.
Like one of them's literally just there with a cigarette.
Yeah.
Which you definitely wouldn't get nowadays.
Yeah. So there's a smoking character in the fighting game that I played. He literally starts the fight and he lights up a cigarette. And he like randomly pulls.
It's a Japanese game, so of course. But yeah, so there's a couple of things I don't like about it. One is that it's quite slow. It's not a very fluid game. It's kind of one of those that has become quite popular in recent years, like where you just put a podcast on in the background.
Right.
It's kind of one of those things that you just do to pass time, sort of.
That's
the pace that I'm talking about.
All right.
Because the encounter rate is quite high, and the fights are quite slow. So it's kind of it's paced pretty poorly, I've got to say, unfortunately. And the other main thing that I've noticed that really bothers me is that everything takes place on a 3D plane.
Yeah.
but it's on a D-pad.
Right.
But there are many objects to interact with that are on a... Whilst they're on a 3D plane, they want you to interact with them as if you're on a 2D plane, which means like trying to angle yourself like in diagonals on a D-pad, whilst like slipping and sliding off the area that it wants you to, because you're slipping and sliding around the environment. It's all very needlessly annoying.
Okay.
I found myself like taking like 10 seconds to try and interact with an object on a table.
On a side note, how do you find how would you say that differs to Suikoden?
Well, Suikoden's different because it takes place in a 2D plane. So everything, your right angles to everything. So it's much easier to line yourself up with that stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, you're in a 3D space, but it's like you're phasing between realities because you're acting as if everything's 2D when everything's 3D.
Right.
It's like you're one of the characters out of that new Chip and Dale movie that's coming out. One of them has got the 3D look, the other one doesn't, and he just doesn't belong.
Nope.
That's what it feels like. It's really odd.
Right.
That's not to say it's bad. It's just it's kind of annoying. It's an annoying little quibble when the game is already quite slow. I'm finding myself frustrated by the fact that I can't interact with objects that I'm supposed to be able to.
Yeah. I still want to see if I can finish it.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still playing it, and I'm gonna continue playing it. It's just it's after playing Front Mission. What? And then comparing it to this, whilst the characters look beautiful in Breath of Fire 3, the gameplay isn't as fluid, and it's a lot slower to play. So I'm glad I'm streaming Front Mission 3 because I think that's more exciting.
Yeah. It's a
Rather than
better
Breath of Fire
visual
3.
item thing.
Yeah.
I know
Also,
we
am I
skipped.
right in saying that there's like an FMV intro? Does that only take place on the PSP version?
The PSP got a lot of remastering stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why we have to seize the throne.